live? Live? I can't tell. Well, if you all, okay, there you go. That's a great way to start the OnoKast. Hey guys, and welcome to the rain delayed edition of the OnoKast. I apologize for being late. I had a thunderstorm, and it was no bueno, and lots of lightning and stuff. So, we got two great guests. We have Mr. MoonMan.
How's it going?
And we have Mr. Darkstalkers47.
Salutations, everyone.
And how you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good. It's pretty hot, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
It's like 100 degrees here today.
I know.
It's pretty hot.
Well, luckily I get to experience most of it at night since I work during the night, so
Oh.
it helps.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about Phil claiming that he got DDoS?
Mostly. Oh, go ahead, Darkstalkers.
Well, it's like with anything involving Phil. As soon as the whole issue happened with his internet connection, I think it's one of those scenarios where he saw a golden opportunity for him to take advantage of that to try not only garner sympathy, but a bit of attention for himself. Not only that, but the whole timing with the supposed person claiming that, oh yes, I was the one who DDoSed Phil, it just makes it seem like that this was just one whole big stunt on his part to try and make his views spike.
Yeah, that's what I think so. Well, that's what I think too. What do you think about it, MoonMan?
I was thinking that Phil saw a problem and he wanted to blame every single thing under the sun. As you saw before, he was blaming Comcast like crazy for about the first 2 or 3 days, saying that it was basically all their fault. And then he goes to... Then when Comcast, he realized that Comcast had nothing to do with it, he would look for another source. It has to be DDoSing. Oh, somebody has to be DDoSing me. They're making me lose all hundreds of viewers to the live streams and junk like that. So, I just think he wanted to blame everything under the sun, and so he wouldn't be responsible for his internet going out,
Yeah.
Funny thing about him criticizing Comcast the way he has, if he talked to him on the phone, anything like he's been speaking on Twitter, that is the best way. If you want to make sure that you have problems for a nice long time, that's the best way to do that, is to have that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
When you do that, when you act like Mr. Well, I've had service for such and such years and you better get it done, people tend to take their time.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay on the phone and demand that you put my service back on. Jackasses.
Yeah.
Whereas if we were listening, we actually listened to the call, he'd be more like, oh, please, pretty, please fix my internet.
Please. So what do you think about DSP versus Comcast?
It's really ridiculous when you get down to it. It's like he had a big temper tantrum because he was going to miss out on views. It's like, dude, you didn't think he'd calm down. It's not everybody's fault. If it's anybody's fault, it's his fault because his bandwidth just can't handle all the internet connection that's going on in his house.
Exactly.
That's really what's going on here. He just has too much stuff going on in his house at once, and his internet's struggling to keep up.
Yeah.
Not only that, but with all this going on, the interesting part is even his fans were, speaking of his fans, they were even saying, look, just record something offline and then post it. I know, it's like, he has this mentality that everyone is out to get him, and I think he knows that Comcast, at the end of the day, he could tweet all he wants about them. They aren't really going to do anything because they don't care.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the perfect soundboard for him to say whatever he wants and get away with it.
What do you guys think of Phil and his friends blaming us for DDoSing him?
Don't really care because most people know he's not getting DDoS. Even his fans, most of them don't think he's getting DDoS. The only people that I've seen, like 2 people claim that we're DDoSing them or somebody else is DDoSing them.
Yeah.
So I don't even really need to worry about it at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about it either. I just find it, like I said, it's very interesting that someone came out with this claiming to be MoonMan, by the way, saying, "Oh yeah, I was the one who DDoSed Phil." It just kind of seems like that it's a very desperate, very sad attempt to once again try and undermine people he considers to undermine detractors, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright. Let's move on to the next segment. What did you guys think was the best game from E3?
Best game from E3. I saw I think I saw 3 conferences. I saw the Sony, Bethesda, and EA, and I have to say Fallout 4 basically stole the cake.
Yeah.
For the whole show. Everything else seemed boring. Battlefront looks nice, but it didn't go up to par with what Bethesda had to offer with Fallout 4. Not even close.
I'm gonna have to go with The Last Guardian. Just the style of the trailer, and I'll be honest, I'm kind of biased because I really like that little dragon creature. But it looks really interesting, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with that, because it looks like there's a lot of great opportunity for interesting gameplay and an in-depth story.
What about you, Lester? What was your favorite?
It has to be Fallout 4. No game came close except for maybe Shenmue 3.
There's still one thing that I don't like about Shenmue 3. I know people are going to disagree with me, but I don't think they should have kickstarted it for...
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because if they're already getting support for Sony, I'm sure Sony has some sort of stake in Shenmue. If they really wanted them to come out on the floor, they wouldn't do this out of the kindness of their hearts. They have to have something in for it, you know?
Now, the whole thing with Fallout 4, I did read somewhere where people were kind of criticizing the graphics, saying that they didn't look as good as they could. Is there any truth to that, or is that just kind of people...
Not really.
It's more speculation, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
because...
look pretty decent.
Yeah, they look really good. I think the only thing that was kind of weird were the models, but isn't this the same engine as before? They just modified it a little bit?
Yeah, it's the same engine as Skyrim. They just modified it for next gen.
Yeah, it looks good for what it is. It's a last gen kind of engine that they're working with. It looks really nice. I couldn't really say anything wrong with the graphics, really.
Well, only thing is, I don't think they can match the awesomeness of Liam Neeson being your father.
Yeah, that's one thing.
All right. What was the best conference from E3?
That's a tough one. I would say Bethesda, but that's kind of wrong because you guys saw my reaction before. I didn't like most of what Bethesda had to offer, except for Fallout 4. So, gotta say Sony, probably. Sony or Microsoft. I think they tied for the best kind of conference overall out of everybody. But best game there was definitely, well, in my opinion, Fallout 4.
I would have to say, just because of the fact that they have thoroughly redeemed themselves by adding backwards compatibility, I would have to say Microsoft. I can definitely see how it would be a tie between Sony and Microsoft, but that little bit right there kind of pushed it over for me to say that I would have to go for them as far as being the best conference.
Yeah. The thing that I didn't like about the backwards compatibility, I don't think they optimized it to the Xbox One. They kind of launched it too fast, I sense, because I checked, people did videos on frame rates and junk like that, and they're saying that the 360 is faster than the Xbox One's backwards compatibility, FPS wise. like it's dipping way below 360 by to 10 and 5 frames at some points in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
So
I guess they're still testing it.
yeah, but I thought,
yeah.
but if you're gonna launch it, you want to make sure that it's ready, you know.
Yeah.
And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I felt like they wanted to rush it out to beat Sony at E3.
Yeah.
But
I think that if they can polish it and fix those tweaks, so that is not a problem, then while it isn't the best practice, obviously, for them to release anything when it's not ready, at the very least, it's one of those things where I can maybe kind of look to the side a bit on it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But I'll be honest, I really wasn't excited about Sony because we have new Street Fighter and we remade Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What was the worst conference from E3?
I'm gonna have to say Ubisoft took that cake because it was really fucking boring. It was a lot of talking. It's like nothing was going on for the most part. EA, it's a lot of the same thing, but they have Pele. I like Pele.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have to say Ubisoft kind of stole the cake for that one.
Yeah, EA is. I've been kind of feeling critical of them. I would have to agree that it is Ubisoft, but EA, I've kind of had to take my personal feelings out of it because I've been a bit critical of them with how they've handled the Star Wars MMO so far.
Yeah.
My worst conference is Nintendo.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I really didn't. Other than Star Fox, there was really nothing that piqued my interest.
But they have amiibos. They print money.
Yeah.
Amiibos, I guess.
$15 dolls, man.
Yeah. So.
I can definitely understand how you feel, Lester. I think Nintendo is. They are trying. They are, in their own way, trying to do stuff that the fans want. But between the lackluster conference as well as rumors about their new console,
Yeah.
it's just looks like, I don't think it's a thing of they're not listening. It's just they're doing too much to try and play things safe, both financially and otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that I didn't like about the Nintendo conference, though, was how they were trying to pass that 3DS game as a fucking Metroid Prime game. That rubbed me the wrong way, especially since I'm a big Metroid Prime fan.
Yeah.
That just seemed like a fucking... like they're just taking the piss out of that one. That was fucking ridiculous what they did.
Yeah.
It would have been a good game. They just had to put the Metroid Prime tag on it. It's nothing like Metroid Prime. It's just a first-person shooter on a 3DS.
Yeah.
Well, you could argue that they did the same thing with other franchises. For example, with Pokemon, the whole mystery dungeon thing. That was kind of some side content onto there. They might be trying to do the same with Metroid, but yeah, to just put Metroid Prime on there seemed kind of like an afterthought.
Yeah. It's like, we don't want to really support this game, so just put the Metroid Prime tag on it. It will sell copies.
Yeah. What do you think about the current generation consoles?
Really, right now, only good for old games. Like, if you have it, good for you, but don't try to play new games on it because either gonna run like shit or never gonna come to the console. It's like, it's time to just abandon it for now. Play the old games if you want, but it's time to get new gen consoles and upgrade your computer.
Yeah.
it's time.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that front. I think that also, as far as computers go, that's one of the things that I do plan on doing is just trying to max out what I can so that way I don't have to worry about upgrading for at least a few years.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And it pays off in the long run. You spend a lot of money now, you don't have to spend it down the line for about a year or two, so it definitely pays off.
Do you think that publishers should stop developing games for the PS3 and Xbox 360?
Go ahead, MoonMan.
I'd say yes, because they'll miss out on a bit of money, but they need people. They need to motivate people to get new next-gen console. And that's going to be the only way that they can, from a business standpoint, is to put newer games on the next-gen console. Even though that there's still a lot of people on these old consoles, you're going to have to do it eventually. So sooner better than later, you know. Might as well embrace it now rather than later, and then you release these unoptimized games to get this bad reputation from it. Might as well just pull it now, you know.
Yeah.
I would say that would be the case, is doing that. For example, one of the publishers I tend to buy a lot of games from is Nice, and even now their basically their poster child, Disgaea, number 5 is actually going to be coming out on the PS4. So I kind of look to them as a sort of quote-unquote benchmark for how things are going. So I would say that definitely going more towards the new gen. The only reason I still think, though, that Sony should support the old gen, just because you still have people who have, the PS3 and a lot of the games that, the PS Classics, I believe most of them only work for PS3 right now, don't they?
Yeah, and then there's a couple for PS Now, but who wants to play for PS Now?
Yeah.
Right.
Plus it's too expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $20 a month.
I think that if they really want people to start getting on board with the newer consoles, one of the things I think that would help is really giving incentive. For example, making it so that those titles that currently work for PS3 on PSN Classic and whatnot, that you can import those to PS4, use it on there. Maybe offer some kind of way you can, in which there are some individual companies that do this, obviously, but maybe a better value trade-in if you maybe trade in your PS3 directly to Sony.
Mm-hmm. That'll be pretty good, actually. That'll be a good idea. Plus, they could save a bit of money on parts too, but other than that,
What do you guys think of the PlayStation Vita?
It's Sony's forgotten child.
Yeah,
basically at this point. It's like they were gonna do stuff with it, and then all the stuff just came to the PS4, and it's like, well, it was good while it lasted, guys.
Yeah.
I like it. I actually enjoy playing it, and I do think it's unfortunate if they decide to kind of put it on the back burner and ignore it compared to the PS4, because with how they have a lot of interaction between the systems of Vita and PS4, I think that if they encouraged both, if they gave proper attention to both, encouraged developers to use both, you could get a lot of really good interaction going. With Xenoverse, for example, I was extremely disappointed that I couldn't remote play that.
Really? You couldn't remote play Xenoverse?
No, I tried it and it would not let me.
Huh. I don't know why they just let the Vita go down like that. It seemed like a really good idea for, like, hey, if I get this bundle, I could play it. I can just leave my PS4 on and play wherever I go. It'd be fucking awesome, but, whatever.
Yeah, and there are games that actually, if you have the Vita, I'm trying to remember, I think Watch Dogs doesn't have a feature where it uses the Vita.
I don't remember. I think it does, so.
Maybe it does.
It's kind of like a map or something, I think.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's kind of like a thing with Metal Gear where you can get an app for it and it does like
Yeah.
the whole map screen and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I remember
Right.
because that's what they advertised as. Yeah.
Who is your favorite YouTuber?
Dark Side Phil.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Besides DSP.
okay, favorite YouTuber? I'd say Retsupre. Mostly because they just kind of like shoot the shit on bad LPs, like bad video games and shit like that. They have Beast and Solo Beef have really good chemistry together, and I just enjoy their banter. And we had the honor of talking to Slow Beef before, so you know, they're all right, you know.
I'm gonna have to go with Mutahar, Some Ordinary Gamers.
Oh, okay.
I really like watching him, especially when he does his like most recently he did a playthrough of a parody of Sonic.exe, and
Oh, yeah.
it's just enjoyable to watch his reactions to
Yeah.
stuff.
My favorite YouTuber is FebFux. There you go.
Fred the boy.
What the boy. What is your proudest achievement?
Proudest achievement? That's a tough one. I don't know really. Like, proudest achievement in life or like
Be anything.
in gaming?
What's up?
Be anything?
Mhm.
Alright. Let's say my proudest achievement ever was probably getting MVP for my basketball team.
Oh, nice.
Because yeah, I got it. I got 2 years in a row, and that was
Very
in
nice.
junior high.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, that really did like it gave me like a boost to try my best in basketball in high school, and it's been really good. I really do enjoy sports, and basketball is one of my favorite sports, and I'm gonna try getting into wrestling next year. So just gonna try to ride on that for the rest of my athletic career, I guess. What about you guys?
Proudest achievement in life is going to have to be getting my master's degree. Proudest achievement in gaming would be managing to beat Disgaea 3 and the going against the boss and getting through all that, because that was a complete grind. It took several weeks, a few months actually, for me to get through the whole thing.
Man,
How about you, Lester?
My proudest achievement
Mm-hmm.
so far in life is graduating from college with a associate's degree.
Mm-hmm.
And gaming, building a PC. I guess.
Nice.
that was very good. Yeah.
Yeah. What is your most embarrassing moment?
Oh, most embarrassing moment. Okay, well, I remember there was this one time I was on a date with this chick.
Oh god.
Yeah, and it was like a thing in Insidious. We were watching it. It was like a big like school movie, like horror theme thing, and it wasn't like scary. Like we were laughing through the whole shit, and like my hand like slipped and I grabbed her knee, and then like she started like she grabbed onto it, and then like she started humping my arm, and I was a freshman in high school. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? I just started like fucking panicking. I started to get a cold sweat, and then I pretended that my phone was ringing. I was like, okay, I gotta go take this. So I left. And I left for like 10 minutes. I came back, and then like the movie was over, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll see you later. And then she hugged me for like 20 straight minutes. I didn't want to really do anything because like my friend, like my friend that I've known since like the second grade was like right across from me. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll see you later. But yeah, and I don't even think I asked her on another date after that, dude. I was so embarrassed.
As far as most embarrassing moment for me goes, well, I'm gonna have to say it was, as far as real life goes, there's nothing really huge that's happened because I haven't really interacted too much with a lot of people to have that stuff happen. But I would say it's just basically overall just letting a lot of people get to me when they're because recently at work, one of the people I work with was kind of joke with me about, oh yeah, you suck at doing this, but I kind of took it serious and started getting mad. And then there were a few other people that saw it, so yeah, that wasn't my most proud moment.
Well, you, Lester.
Me?
Yeah.
My most moment would be when I missed when wait a minute. I was on a train headed towards Baltimore, and I missed my stop, and I ended up in Delaware.
Gee, man, I was
Yeah,
pretty far off.
Yeah, it took me like 2 hours to get to Baltimore,
Gee,
and yeah, it was not fun.
yeah,
That
it's,
was my most embarrassing moment by far.
you don't get embarrassed a lot, I
Yeah.
guess.
Not like that. Oh. So, how did you guys get started on YouTube?
Oh, that was a while ago, actually. I got started on YouTube originally a while ago. Like, I say in 2011, I had a really old vlog channel, and I did fairly well. I think I got like 2,000 subscribers, which at the time wasn't hard. You just had to be a person with a video camera, which I miss those days.
Yeah.
But then I closed that account, and then I started doing things like short videos. I remember Modern Warfare 3 had like this video editor thing, and you could upload like short clips to YouTube. And so I remember there was this game mode called All or Nothing, and yeah, I used to do like knife trick shots, and I did like 50 of those. Again, they got a pretty good amount of views. And I closed that channel to create my newest deactivated channel, Mr. MoonMan, which I just bullshitted around in Ninja Gaiden and did, I think, 2 fill videos, or 3. And that got closed, and now I'm back to square one doing, like, shit I just want to do, you know?
Mr.
Yeah.
Darkstalkers.
Well, as far as YouTube goes, in which I actually just recently made a channel, I put up an introductory video. I had a channel a while back where I put up a one of the projects we did, one of my college courses, was our professor said, hey, I want you guys to write a essay or what have you, just talking about how you got into gaming. And he made it pretty open as far as the medium we could choose, so I decided to make a video of it. So technically I got started back with that, but more recently I decided to put up a channel to start doing a playthrough of Disgaea, which I'm hoping to have it all recorded and up soon. But that's how, yeah, that's pretty much how I got started with YouTube.
Alright.
Pretty good.
Who's your least favorite YouTuber?
Least favorite YouTuber? That's a tough one. Out of all of them, I have to say, Modern War Negro, one, because I actually liked him back when I was in, like, the 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And just how bad he's got, not, like, his presence, but just how bad his comedy has gotten. Which, it's turned into like him dubbing over video games and just not really doing much anything original, really. He's really turned into like another Phil. He's got caught in doing the same thing over and over and not wanting to adapt at all. You know, it's that kind of complex. And he's a jackass.
As far as least favorite, I would say PewDiePie, but I kind of feel like that's cheating.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, in that case, I would probably have to go with, I don't dislike him, but Chugga Conroy.
Yeah.
I feel like his content's it's a bit lackluster. Things like that. It's not that he's bad. It's just don't find him that interesting.
He's more like the informative LPer kind of thing, where he plays Nintendo games, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen him before. I think I watched his Super Mario Sunshine LP and nothing else. Which he's a very informative guy, but other than that, it's not much.
My least favorite YouTuber, I would say DSP, but that would be Seaton. Angry Zero.
Angry Joe. Well, that's kind of Phil again.
Yeah.
Carbon cop.
I used to like him, but he's become a joke, so I don't like him. So yeah.
Okay.
So let's move on to another segment. This is the DSP video of the week, and it's tied. It's a three-way tie.
Oh, damn.
Between my video, DSP Twilight, E3, Nintendo, Amiibo's Hate, and DSP has no sense of irony. So yeah, that's great. So who do you think should be the DSP video of the week? Alright. I guess it would be tight then.
Yeah, I think that they're all very good videos in their own right in regards to that. Now you said one of them was DSP has no sense of irony.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be honest. That one hits a little more. That one has a lot of truth to it. As far as, yeah, I mean, he'll say stuff in which it's clearly he is guilty of it, and you have to wonder, is he talking about himself? So, if it's a thing, if we're trying to do a tiebreaker,
yeah,
I would have to go for that. I would have to go for that.
Sorry, I had to do something. What were the three videos?
That's alright. It's all down to you, MoonMan.
I didn't hear the videos.
DSP has no sense of irony. DSP Twilight, E3, Nintendo, Amiibo's Hate, and my video, DSP Twilight, Losing Rambo Part 2.
Oh, that was a tough one, actually. I have to say, if it was, like, I mean, if the Rambo thing was, like, brand spanking new,
yeah,
I would have picked yours, Lester, but, you know, he's been talking about Rambo for a while. Like,
yeah,
like everybody knows he doesn't like Rambo.
Rambo dumped him, so.
Rambo dumped him for another friend.
Yeah.
He's like, that one, I'm all lonely, I'm all on my own. So yeah, I have to say, DSP doesn't understand irony because he does this all the time, like all the time. Yeah, I think it's a more, slightly more relevant one because he does fall in that pit a lot, and it's just like a sense of projection because he does the exact same thing he condemns, and he doesn't want to change it. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
Alright, so we have a winner. This is DSP has no sense of irony. And that is the DSP video of the week. Hooray.
Hooray, yeah.
Yay.
Woo!
Woohoo! And next segment is the Twitch rule questions. We have none.
Perfect.
So that's good. um, so Darkstalkers47, where can we find you?
All right. Well, I can be found on Twitter at Darkstalkers47.
You don't have a YouTube?
Oh well, YouTube. Let me.
Yeah.
I tell you what. While MoonMan gives his, I'll just post my YouTube link in the chat because it's one of those really long, awkward links.
Alright. MoonMan, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at moonman_SOK, where I retweet the finest poon, tits, and asses.
Indeed.
High grade, by the way. And you can find me on YouTube, Mr. Moonman. Not the other one.
Yeah, not that other one.
I, Mr. Moonman.
Yeah.
And there you'll find one video of AGDQ Dumbass Moments, the Gray Shirt Guy edition, which is pretty funny. Everybody got mad at this dude for no reason, but that's about it.
And you can find me on Twitter at OnoKast. You can find me on Twitch every once in a while at twitch.tv/OnoKast. And we're also streaming our Hitbots tonight at hitbots.tv/OnoKast because of magic. You can find me on YouTube at OnoKast, where I post stuff. And yeah, thank you guys for being my guest. Alright. Next week is the 10th episode, which is great. I didn't think we'd get to 5, so there we go. We still have Say and Fred back, so that'll be good. And until then, see you guys later.